Hey, Mike.
Corey Glover, man, great to talk to you. Thanks for taking the time. I got to tell you,
No problem.
I am a big Corey Glover fan, and I'm also a big fan of amazing musicians playing their asses off. And that's the best way I can describe Sonic Universe, man. I listened to that album yesterday 3 times in a row, all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable players on this album.
Isn't it?
It's so good. Everything about it.
Yeah, it's a wild thing to watch. I have to tell you, Mike Orlando is the most amazing guitar player I know at this point. Now, don't get me wrong. I know a lot of guitar players. Yeah. I work with a lot of guitar players. This guy is amazing. Mike Orlando is amazing. And he told me he doesn't rehearse. He doesn't practice.
What?
Like, how do you not practice and sound like that? You got to be out of your mind. I'm telling you, if you go check out our videos, go on YouTube and just go plug in Sonic Universe, you'll see the video for Higher. You'll see the video for, I believe it's I Am, and there's one other. I can't remember what that one is.
It is what it is.
But there's 3 videos. It is what it is. That's right. It is what it is. And you'll just watch Mike Orlando play. Just don't listen to me. Don't watch Booker. Don't watch Taykwuan. Watch Mike Orlando play that guitar. And what's funny is when we were shooting that video, he was playing those things. He was playing what we were playing. It's like, how do you do that and why do you do that? It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
The only explanation for not practicing is that he is an alien and he's just toying with us humans. I think that's it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's true.
You know, the drummer, though.
That's absolutely right.
Your drummer in Sonic Universe, is it Taykwuan?
Yes, Taykwuan, yeah.
Taykwuan Jackson, who was, I didn't know, I forgot, he was in the hardcore band Sworn Enemy. Is he still with Sworn Enemy?
That's why he has the gig, because I'm the biggest fan of Sworn Enemy.
Yeah.
The biggest fan.
Yeah,
I love Sworn Enemy.
I haven't listened to them in a long time. It's amazing how him and Mike Orlando interact on this album. It's brain scrambling. It's
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's
I mean, you have to have just one more chromosome than you need to do some of the stupid they're doing. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And like I said, you have to watch it to believe it. Yeah. It's hard to believe that this is actually happening, and you watch them do it every time.
It's really amazing playing. And the album overall, now, if people that don't know, Corey Glover, also the singer for Living Colour. Now, this album, compared to stuff in Living Colour, this album seems like it's more, I take it as like kind of a pep talk almost lyrically. You know what I mean? Like you're just saying, hang on, man, it's you'll make it. It's gonna get better.
Well, I'm talking to myself mostly because the rest of the record is basically how I'm the worst boyfriend ever.
Oh no.
And so I have to tell myself, don't worry, it's gonna get better. It'll get better. You are a kid, but it'll get better. Trust me, it will get better.
Well, and that way you are like every other guy in the world for sure. Except you just have an amazing singing voice. I want to ask about this now. When Vivid for Living Colour's Vivid came out in 87? Was that 87? Was it 87, 88?
88, I think. 87, yeah, 87.
Okay, it brought a lot of attention to black artists playing rock music and the struggle that was going on to be taken seriously because of various things. Record companies didn't know how to sell you and pigeonhole you and stuff. And then there were organizations like the Black Rock Coalition at the time that got a lot of attention, trying to promote that. Like there are black artists who play rock music. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
From the late 80s till now, has anything really changed there for the better?
It's incrementally. I don't think it's at where it needs to be by no stretch of the imagination, but it is getting better. For a long time, for musicians of color, if you wanted to be taken seriously, you couldn't do it in the States. Like you moved to Germany, you moved to England, you moved to Holland, where you were taken seriously as a musician, and you made your living as a sideman playing for established artists, and that sort of gave you that gave you the kudos that you thought you deserved. Now you can do that in here in the States. Now you can go out and play and garner some attention, and somebody will pay some attention to you. I mean, there is, LeJean and Seven Dust. Hell, you can't not miss Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah.
He won't let you. So there are some artists that are out there that are in this what do they call it? This hard rock milieu, and they're making enough noise. And people are paying attention, which is good.
I would be remiss if I didn't ask a question about Living Color. I know you guys are still on the road. I saw you recently with Extreme at Roadrunner in Boston. Amazing show.
Nice. That was their hometown show.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
Yeah, it was a great time.
Yeah.
And I've been reading that you've been kind of mentioning that there's some new music in the works for Living Color also. What do you think the timeline is on that? When do you think?
Well, we were in the studio recently, a couple weeks ago. We're going to go back in the studio, I think, next month for a couple of days. We're doing it basically in fits and starts, and we're gonna try to, once we stop touring, whenever that happens, we're gonna go in and try to get into the studio, and I'm gonna have to balance going back out on the road with Sonic Universe and going to the studio at the same time. So we'll see how that goes.
Wow, that's a lot to juggle, and I don't know how you do it, man. I am looking forward to seeing this live. I mean, on record, Sonic Universe, it's unbelievable. The name of the album is It Is What It Is, which is a very special phrase here in New England because it was hammered into our brains by former New England Patriots coach Bill Belichick. That was his basic answer at every press conference.
Right. I'm sure it was.
So looking forward to seeing that live, Corey. Again, such an amazing album. I recommend if you just love hearing musicians having a blast and playing their asses off, this is the record of the year for that right here. And I appreciate your time, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, man.